Hello, and welcome back to the Ba Duan Jin Foundations course. This is Module 2, Drawing the Bow to Shoot the Eagle. So far in this course, we've looked at the Uji stance, from preparatory to holding to lifting and pressing positions. We've also looked at raising two hands to the skies to stimulate and regulate the triple burner, or the triple warmer, also known as Sanjiao. In this module, Drawing the Bow to Shoot the Eagle, we're looking to open the Renmai conception vessel, which is the channel at the front of the body on the yin channel, to stimulate the yang channel, the Dumai, or governing vessel, down the center of the back. It's also going to help us to stimulate and engage the heart and lung channels, which runs across the chest. Anatomically, we're looking to engage the scapula and the trapezius muscles, as well as strengthening the legs, the hips, and lower back for core stability. I want you to take a moment to make sure that you've found yourself a comfortable, safe place to train. We'll be taking a slightly wider stance today, just a little bit further than shoulder width, but feel free to narrow that if you need to for your own comfort and ability level. Right now, I just want you to make sure you have that space before we lead on into a warm-up. If you need to pause the video to do so and then return, please do that now. Okay, now that you have your safe space and you're ready to train, let's drop the hands to the side, regulate our breathing, and just take a moment to find yourself on your spot, on your space. And when you're ready, we will begin. Fantastic. Let's begin with our gentle warm-up, specific to the movements we're going to use today. Let's begin by taking a gentle step out to the left, just shoulder width apart. It's a half step. Good. Just take a second to correct your balance. Make sure your weight is distributed between the heel and the ball of the foot. Neutrally balanced in between the feet. Hands gently to the side, shoulders relaxed. Crown high, chin gently tucked, and the tailbone gently tucked, as if the tailbone is pulling down to the ground and the crown pulling up to the sky. Decompressing the spine, ready to begin. Our legs are straight, but not locked. Just a nice, comfortable, upright position. Let's begin from the top and work our way down, ready for the first section. So, now that we've found our crown high and the chin tucked, let's gently roll the head around the shoulders. Gently is the key word. This is not a stretch. This is exploration, checking for tension, and any injuries, tightness, or stress that may have built up during the day. Let's go the other way. Good. Hopefully you feel no pain. You may find some crackles and pops if you've had tension through the day. If you do, we can gently massage those areas until that stops. But if you feel pain, stop. Great. Now, let's begin with a slightly more extensive stretch. So, with the crown high and the chin tucked, let's take the chin up to the sky, stretching the front of the neck, and drop the chin back into the throat. and then down to the chest, extending the back of the neck, the spine. Draw the chin in and lift, in and down, in and up, in and down. Return to the center. Now we're going to go side to side. So let's look over the left shoulder first. I'm going to work in mirror image. So when I look this way, this will be to your left. So turning the head to look over the left shoulder. When you feel your head naturally stop, that is where you stop. You may allow your eyes to continue in the socket, to look towards the back of the room, exercising the eyes at the same time as the neck. And then gently return to the center. Now let's go to the right, gently, until the head stops and the eyes continue. And return to the front. Let's go once more each side. To the left, and back, then to the right, and back. Great. Now let's make sure the shoulders are down, and I'm going to drop the ear to one shoulder, but first let's take the left hand over to touch the opposite ear, keeping that shoulder down, and drop the ear towards the shoulder. Feel the stretch on this side. You can give a little bit of a pull with the hand, but please don't overdo it, just to get a little bit of tension. If you want to exaggerate that a little bit more, we can simply drop the opposite shoulder a little bit more, almost as if you're trying to reach your fingers down, touch the floor. Now gently, gently release and return. Other hand coming over, touch the ear, drop the shoulders, drop the ear. Pull a little bit and lower the opposite shoulder before gently releasing, and then let go and return to the front. Let's do once more each side. To the left, gently release, and to the right. And gently release. Great, well done. Now let's bring that down to the shoulders. So we'll begin by just gently rolling the shoulders back within your natural extent of movement. Three times, and then reverse, rolling forwards. Great. Hopefully, during that, you didn't feel any pain, and you're ready to move on to a slightly tighter stretch. Let's bring the hands up to the shoulders. And if you can bring your elbows together, great. If you can't, then just bring the elbows towards each other until you naturally can't go any further. And we're going to begin by going up, separating in a big arc around and coming back. Together if you can, but as close together as you can. If you cannot, bring them together. Second time. Nice big movement. And a third time. And then let's reverse it. Going down, around, and back. Second time. And the third time. Great. Let's float the hands down. Now, I want to work a little bit more on the scapula and the traps. So let's reach out nice and gently, like the arms are floating out. Now I want you to imagine your arms growing longer and longer and longer, off into the distance. Feel a slight separation in the joints as the arms and the muscles continue to stretch. Imagine reaching out into the distance, impossibly long. You may start to feel tingling down the arms, in the joints. Don't fight it, just relax as you allow that stretch to just soften the arms and lengthen the body. Now, I want you to imagine handles on the walls either side of you, and grab them. And starting with the shoulder blades, the scapula, let's draw the shoulder blades together, and then bring the arms in as if you're pulling the walls to you. You may feel quite an intense pull and stretch in between the shoulder blades, as if you're squeezing a ping pong ball between the shoulder blades. And then gently release that tension and relax, stretching out off into the distance. Relax into it and just allow the stretch to continue. Grab those handles and start with the shoulder blades, pull, and then the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades in towards the traps, the muscle group between them. And then gently relax. Stretch one last time. Grab, squeeze, and pull. And relax, and let the arms float down. Great. Now we're going to move down, and we're going to work a little bit on the hips and the legs. So let's start with some gentle rotations. And the other way. Great. Now let's take a slightly wider step. And just sit down slightly into the stance. Make sure the tailbone is tucked and the crown is high. And rise. And sink. Don't allow the knees to go any further out than the toes. We're sitting down gently into the stance. And rise. One more time. A little bit lower if you can. Keeping the back straight. Try not to push the bottom out, but keep the tailbone tucked and the crown high. And rise. One last time. A little bit deeper if you can. And hold that position in good posture before rising. Step back in and relax. Well done. Fantastic. Now let's do a recap of the first two modules, the Uji and raising two hands to the sky to regulate the triple warmer. Feet together, hands resting gently to the sides. Crown high, chin tucked, tailbone gently tucked, and the knees straight but soft, not locked. Weight evenly distributed between the feet and between the ball and the heel of the foot. Take a moment to find yourself on your spot, in your space and time, in your safe, comfortable place. Bring the lips gently together, tongue to the roof of the mouth, to connect the chi circuit between the yin and the yang. And let's focus on that breathing, in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhaling steadily but deeply into the abdomen, home of the reservoir of qi, And from here, feel the energy rising in the body with every breath. Your mind is with your breathing. And now begin a body scan, going from the top of the head, down the neck, spine, the shoulders. Everything is relaxed. The chest, the arms, the abdomen, tailbone, hips, knees, ankles. Ready to begin. Sink gently into your stance, shifting the weight to the right, and a gentle half step out to the left. Relax the arms. Now let's gather that ball of chi. Sit down on your stool and relax. Just enough energy being used to hold the position, but hold no tension. The arms gently rounded. Shoulders are relaxed. The fingers naturally extended and separated. The knees soft but structured. Tailbone tucked, crown high still. Now let's lower the hands down the dantian. Interlock the fingers and rise on the inhale. Look forwards, relax and separate. Breathing out. Back to the lifting position. Interlock. Second time. Third time. Fourth. Fifth. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Back to standing position. Ready to move on to the next section. Fantastic. Now let's have a look at the next section, drawing the bow to shoot the eagle. So for this one, let's start with the legs before we move up to the arms. So for this, I want you to shift the weight to the right foot, take a slightly wider step out with the left, and then centralize the weight. It's important that we do this transition smoothly. To do that, we shift the weight, step, and shift the weight. From here now, I want you to gently lower yourself down into horse riding stance, as low as comfortable for you. We don't need to, for now, to go into a full horse riding stance, but just to what is comfortable for your needs and your level. So, from that position, I'm now going to shift the weight to the other side. With the weight shifted, I can now draw the other leg in, so lifting it and stepping all the way to the center. And then I'm going to step out to the other side and sit down, rise just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to shift, step, sink, shift, rise, sink, shift, step, step, sink, shift, step, step, rising, sinking, shifting, stepping, stepping, rising, sinking, and stepping. Fantastic. As a nice warm up to this section, you may want to run over it again just to practice. But for now, we're going to move on to the hands. So just reset yourself. Feet shoulder width apart. Body relaxed. Take a moment to relax the breath. Good. From here, from the lifting position, let's cross the hands. Left hand forward, right hand back. I'm working a mirror image. So my right hand would be the same as your left hand. With the left, create a Chinese number 8 symbol, Ba. Or I'll just call it the number 8 symbol from now on. So the number 8, and with the right hand, the claw. Flat palm, fingers clawed. Looks like this from the side. Not like this, not like this. Here, flat palm and the clawed fingers. This, with the left hand, is going to be our target. The 3 fingers gently fold in increments. Finger extended, thumb extended. The other hand, the right hand, is drawing the bow. This arm, not locked, but straight, in line with the elbow and the shoulder. Not back here or up here, but horizontal and level. The other hand draws out until the elbow is level with the shoulder, and the elbow, shoulder, shoulder, elbow and hand on the other side are all in line. So we don't want to be bending back or forward, but a straight line from elbow to hand. This hand sits in front of the upper chest with a claw position as if drawing the bow. So we have this position. Now let's change hands. Make the 8 symbol with the right, claw with the left, separate, looking down the finger and drawing the bow. Great. Now let's look at how we transition. So left hand forward, right hand back, 8 symbol with the left, claw with the right, separate, drawing the bow, looking down the finger. Then relax the hand and then draw the hands back together with a right hand forward. Right hand makes the 8, left hand makes the claw, and we draw looking off to the right. Then we relax with the left and cross back to the left hand forward. And we can repeat this as many times as you need to. Let's do it once more on each side. Left hand forward, left hand with the number 8, right hand claw, separate, drawing the bow, relax, and float back, changing the hands over. Right hand forward, left hand back. Right hand to 8, left hand to claw, draw. And this time we will simply close, ready for the next form. So let's open and return to the lifting position. Great. Now let's put the feet and the hands together. We will step to the left first, back to the center, to the right, back to the center, to the left, center, right, center. Third time, left, center, right. And on that last one, that's the third time to the right, we take half a step back in, back to this position. Ready to begin? Fantastic. So, lifting position. Shift the weight to the right. Step out to the left, crossing the hands over. As you rise, 8 with the left, claw with the right, and sink, looking across to the hand. And then relax as you shift to the right. And then step in as we change hands. Right hand to the 8, left to the claw. Step out, draw, relax as we step and change hands. Step, rising, drawing, relaxing, stepping and changing hands, stepping out, rising, sinking, relaxing, stepping, changing hands. Last time each side. Stepping, drawing, relaxing, shifting, changing hands, stepping, rising, sinking, relaxing, and now half a step in as we come back to lifting position, which would lead on to the third section. For now, let's stand up, relax the arms down to the side, and give yourself a good, deserved roll of the shoulders and a shake of the legs. And just rest for a moment. Good. Ready to move on to the next part of this module. Fantastic. Now let's look at some easy corrections and adaptations. Corrections. The things that are quite common, which we can correct quite easily. The first is starting with your hands too close to the body. We want these away from the body, almost as if you're holding a bubble. We don't want to be overreaching, but we don't want to be close to the body. So imagine you're holding a ball with your arms wrapped around it. This is where we want to be. So it's almost a continuation of the holding position. Bring the arms together, and this is better. Now, it's a simple case of if you're too close to the body, you're touching the body, just extend, but not to the point where you're straining the shoulders and the elbows. Just push away until you feel you're at that maximum sort of size for your ball without tension. Okay, good. Second, relax fingers. Sometimes when we're paying a lot of attention to what we're doing with our feet, we forget what we're doing with our hands. And when we have the 8 symbol and the claw, sometimes we might relax the hands and this becomes sloppy and this becomes sloppy. And we have this. Now, this is not giving you the tension that you want in this drawing the bow. So we want, in this case, some tension in the fingers. So the finger is straight, the thumb is extended, and the fingers, these 3 are relaxed, but incrementally in position here. So we have tension, and the arm is lengthening, but not locking. But we have this tension lengthening the arm. The other hand, claw, this must be tense. This is firm, not relax into a dragon claw, which you'll see in different parts of the Qigong. So this has tension, this has tension. When we draw this way, this has tension. So we are opening the chest. We are stimulating the lung and heart meridians that run across the chest. And to do that, we must stretch as if we're drawing the bow. A bow does not draw easily. You must pull it back. So this is the tension. Good. The next correction leads on from here, which is once you have tension here, you may try and maintain tension as we open. But this is the relaxation. You tense as we open, and then we relax to the other side. So the other side, we would have tension, and then we must relax. So tension on and tension off. Okay, so that's some very simple corrections that I'm sure you'll find useful even at this early stage. Now for some adaptations. How can I help you to achieve the same results if you don't have the same flexibility or experience as myself or another practitioner? That's Again, easily done, and you must not let your ego get in the way. If you think you must go to a certain depth or you must open the legs to a certain width to try and keep up with somebody else, then you may end up injuring yourself. So you must work within your own limits. We aim for 70% of your own capacity. And as you get better, that 70% will be better and better and better. But beyond 70%, you start to get to the point where you run the risk of injuring yourself or overextending. So, what can we do? When we step out, don't think you have to step out really, really wide. This is not necessary. However far you can step and maintain the stride comfortably is best for you. Remember, you also need to sink a little to the horse riding stance. So if your comfortable position is here or here, that is fine. That is your comfort level. Over time, we would hope to improve it, but must work within your limitations. So our normal Uji position, shoulder width. And if you can step just a little bit out, that's fine. Find your position. How deep do we go? Well, do you need to go all the way down to the horse riding stance? No. If you can, you may, but it makes the stepping more difficult. So you must find that limit for yourself. In order to make everything flow without you becoming overly tense and struggling to maintain your posture, it's important that your width is comfortable for you and your depth is comfortable for you, so that when we relax and we shift, we can do so smoothly and gently. Great. Last, drawing width. The intention is to draw a bow. We want to draw it to its full extent. However, if you have limitations of movement in your shoulders, your elbows, wrists, or even with your back, your scapula, then if this is painful, especially when we use intention, what is really important is your intention to go to this position. So if you can only open to here, then that is fine. That is your limitation, but your intention is to go out. If you can't go all the way to here, but you can only go to here, this is fine. So you must find your position to open and draw this bow, but not at the extent of causing yourself pain. There may be some other restrictions that you may find. Now, if you do find that you can't do a particular movement because of a limitation, please do drop me a message on the community and I will help you find an adaptation for it. But it will usually be along these lines of limiting the movement to your capability, but maintaining intent. Fantastic. Now let's just come back to a comfortable position and prepare to move on to the next stage. Well done. Fantastic. Now, let's do a complete run through of what we have so far. That will be preparation, Uji, holding, lifting, into raising two hands to stimulate and regulate the triple warmer, and drawing the bow to shoot the eagle, to regulate the lung and heart meridian and strengthen the legs, lower back and hips for stability. When you are ready, let's bring the feet together and take a moment to find yourself back on your spot, your space. Relax the body, but remain upright, structured. Arms and legs are straight, but don't lock the joints. The crown is high, the chin is tucked. The hips, the tailbone are tucked gently, but not forced. Take a moment to just do a fresh body scan. and ensure that you have no more tension or stiffness built up from the rest of the exercise we've done today. Good. Lips together, tongue gently to the roof of the mouth. Inhaling through the nose to the dantian. Exhaling long, steady. Good. Ready to begin. Sink the weight to the right. Step out to the left, half a step. Centralize the weight. Relax. Gather the ball of chi. Sit on your stool and we'll hold this position firm but relaxed. One breath cycle. Steady breath in and out. And then lower the hands. Interlock the fingers. Raising two hands. Interlock, lifting as you inhale. Exhale, sinking, interlock, third time. Exhale, inhale, fourth time. Fifth time. Last time. Back to lifting position. Shift the weight to the right foot. Step a little bit further to the left. Crossing the hands, left hand forward, rising. 8, claw, draw the bone, sink. Relax. Step. Changing hands. Step. Draw the bow. Relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. In, out. In and out. Last time. In, out. In, half a step. Back to lifting position. Regulate your breath. Well done. Relax the hands. Now let's gather that chi. Return it to dantian, the reservoir of chi. Take a moment. Let's massage the abdomen 3 times. And then 3 times the other way. And relax. Hopefully you feel great after that. I know I do. The Ba Duan Jin stretches, cultivates energy, but it should not leave you feeling drained. You should feel enlivened, but restful. Thank you for joining me for Module 2. Please go away and practice as much as you can between now and the next module. Revisit this and previous module as often as you like, and feel free to skip back and forward to the parts that you need to recap. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you for Module 3. Thank you very much.